What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I got a really great one for you. So whether or not you are a brand new investor or you've been investing for a while, there are some things that are really important to get a grip on to understand before you start investing. And so looking back and reflecting on my own personal experiences, there are 5 main things that I wish I knew before I started investing. Now, whether or not you agree with me or disagree with me, or maybe you have some more that you want to throw on the list, definitely leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if this is your very first time coming to this channel, well, my name is Dalton. This is dlitztv, and on this channel we talk about all things personal finance and investing related. We're on the path to building wealth towards financial freedom, and if you want to stick around for the journey, make sure you click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to be alerted when new videos come out, and let's just jump right into this one. So by far, number one, what I think is the most important thing for all brand new investors is to just make sure that you're ready to enter the stock market. Now, what do I mean by this? There's a couple different things you want to make sure that you have squared away. Number one is that all bad debt is paid off. And what do I mean by bad debt? Well, by bad debt, I mean anything with a high interest rate, you want to pay it off. Maybe it's a credit card bill, maybe it's a loan, maybe it's a car payment. You just want to make sure that you're knocking that out because of a couple different things. So for example, let's say it's a 5% interest rate that you're making these payments on. And if you don't knock that out, you're going to continually be getting that 5% and you're going to be losing money that way. Now, versus if you were to invest your money in the stock market, where historically you can expect to get around an 8 to 12% return if you are investing in market tracing ETFs or indexes. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but you can expect to get around that return annually. However, it's not guaranteed. And so some years the market actually may finish red. You might actually lose money. So instead of, taking that risk and losing money to the stock market, you're going to want to guarantee a return by paying off that bad debt. And the second most important thing that I think before you enter the stock market is making sure that you have an emergency fund established. For mine, I'm looking for 6 to 12 months of my current living expenses. That way, if anything happens, I lose my job, I can still be able to make mortgage payments. If I had a car payment, I'd be able to make that. I don't recommend having a car payment. I don't have a car payment myself. But utilities, you shouldn't have to choose between whether or not you're going to heat your house in the winter or invest $100 into the stock market. You want to make sure that you have everything established, an emergency fund, and you're comfortable to start putting money into the market. Now, the second most important thing when it comes to investing that I wish I had known was just not to listen to what other people had to say. When I first started investing, I was posting all of my portfolio, my updates online. Some people were calling me really stupid for investing the way that I was investing, and some people were calling me a genius. And so even if you look at the world's greatest investors, the Warren Buffetts of the world, what's different between them and yourself? Well, they're managing a portfolio of billions of dollars. And oftentimes, it's not even their own money that they're investing versus you who's investing your own money and quite honestly, significantly less money than they're investing. So your style of investment is going to be entirely different than theirs. Furthermore, some of the world's greatest investors oftentimes don't even outpace the market on an annual basis. So maybe when you're looking at their portfolios, you might be wondering, hey, what can I implement in my portfolio? What stocks are they investing in? I'm just going to invest in the exact same ones. It's not going to pay off every single time for you. So it's really important to be cautious. Now, the third thing I think is most important, what I wish I knew before I had started investing, was that your brokerage actually matters. And there's so many different brokerages out there, so you might feel like you're in a clouded space. Some of them offer a lot of information that gets confusing, and some of them have way too many bells and whistles to the first-time investors of the world. What I personally think are my favorite is Acorns Investing, Robinhood Investing, Webull Investing, and M1 Finance for different reasons. Now, Acorns is more of a savings account where you're putting away money by using your credit card when you're swiping it. Your purchases are rounded up, and those are automatically invested in the stock market. You can't pick individual stocks. Robinhood Investing, I think, is by far the best brokerage for brand new investors because it dumbs everything down. The interface is super nice and it's really easy to use. So I have a tutorial video on that. If you guys are interested, I'm going to link it right here. Then I also have tutorial videos on the other ones, M1 Finance. This is where I like to put my Roth IRA. If you have no idea the difference between a taxable account and what a Roth IRA is, I urge you to look that up because Roth IRAs are oftentimes the best way to start investing for new investors. And then Webull Investing, once you're ready to take it a step further, let's say you get used to the interface of Robinhood, it's not offering you as much information you want to see. Well, Webull investing gives you a little bit step further into analytics and understanding more about the market. And I love all the bells and whistles of Webull investing. It's a little bit easier to use on the desktop computer, but all of these have really great applications, and investing is as simple as opening your phone, swiping up, and making a purchase. Now, the fourth most important thing when it comes to investing, well, it actually has to do with what you're investing in. Now, when I first started investing, I thought you only could invest in individual companies. I had no idea what the term ETF or an index was. And basically, one of the best strategies when it comes to investing is just to follow pace with the market, because like I said before, you're going to get around an 8 to 12% return annually, and it's proven to work in the past. Now, my personal favorite is Vanguard's Total Stock Market Index, or VTI. And again, you're going to want to do your own research when you look into it, but this is one that I put my Roth IRA in. This is where I'm putting a lot of my investments in, basically just tracing the market and how it reacts. And I've seen a lot of great results from investing this way. And so I think for many brand new investors, you want to jump in and pick individual stocks. But I think the best way to get started is get started with a solid ETF or a solid index to get the principles down for investing, to make sure that you're comfortable with the market, you understand the fluctuations, and it might make you grow a backbone when you start seeing your portfolio values dip, or you might get really excited when you see them go up. But just getting started, and getting started smart with like diversification and making sure you pick a solid fund, is one of the absolute best ways to begin. Fifth and final thing I want to touch upon in this video is the difference between investing, trading, and speculating. Now, investing is done over the long term. You have a much more long-term oriented mindset behind it, and you're investing in these companies that you really believe in, that you could hold for, 5, 10, 15 years and have no qualms, no worries about them. Now, trading is a much more short-term play, where this is where taxes sort of get into play. So if you're investing, if you hold for more than a year, you're going to be paying significantly less in taxes. Let's say you do a trade and you hold for like 3 months and you sell out. You bought something for 500, you sell it for 700. Well, you're going to have to pay a capital gains tax on that. That is at a significantly higher percentage than if you were to hold for the long term. Now, the last thing, speculation. This is something that I always did as a first-time investor. I used to look at companies, figure out when their earnings were, and basically gamble on the stock market. I would put money into those that I think would beat expectations for literally no reason. I barely did any research, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going to put my money in, and I'm going to triple it tomorrow because of the way I'm leveraging my money. And that is something that I would highly recommend steering away from. I have been burned so many times in the past through trading options on earnings and trying to make a quick dollar on the stock market. It's not something that has worked out for me. I've seen it fail for a lot of other people. Trading around, earnings and doing it in that strategy, as I was before, it really hurt me in the past. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you in this video here today. If you did take anything away, it would really mean a lot to me if you just smash the like button, get it out on other homepages. Hey, definitely subscribe to this channel. We're on the path to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. It would really mean a lot if you stuck around for the journey. And thanks so much for checking out this video. Have a great day.